What's up, all you legends? Welcome back to part 7 of our Pokemon Dark Worship walkthrough. Here we're taking a look at all the new Pokemon that can be discovered along this route. There are some really awesome ones that I have my eye on. So we're going to get started right away. In the last video, we made our way to Starboard City, where we met up with Morgan on the beach, and he had a very rare egg that he wanted to protect from those pesky Dark Worship members. And we teamed up with Morgan for a super tough tag team battle, and we ended up defeating the Dark Worship grunts. And Morgan asked us to keep the egg, and then we made our way to a new route where we encountered Trainer Red out of the blue, and we had a crazy battle against Trainer Red. And now we've just come across, it looks like, a scientist and Brendan. So we're going to challenge him for a battle. And the scientist said that we can now use Z-Power moves. So he wants us to test it out for him so he can do some research on it. So that's what we're doing. And as you can see, my Leafeon just used its Z-Power attack, which is absolutely incredible. The attacks really hit different in this game, especially like the Z moves or the Mega Evolution moves. So now we're going to keep on battling Brendan, and hopefully we can defeat him and see if the scientists will allow us to keep using Z moves. That'll be pretty cool. So Brendan just sent out a Gardevoir, which is level 41. My Leafeon isn't quite high enough. It's only level 37. So we got one-shotted and knocked out, unfortunately. But now it's time for our secret weapon, Blaziken, level 44. Fire-type moves will be pretty effective. We knock out Gardevoir. And I'm hoping that I can train up a lot of my Pokemon in this route, and also catch one or two ones. I definitely have my eye on Grookey. Brendan sent out a Darmanitan, level 41, so it's fire versus fire, but Darmanitan has some ground attacks. But luckily Blaziken has a ground attack of its own. Oh no, and Darmanitan uses Earthquake while we are under the ground using Dig, so we get knocked out. I didn't think of that. Now let's send out our Feraligatr. Our water attack should show Darmanitan a thing or two. And yes, super effective. We don't knock it out, but we should be able to knock it out in the next hit. Trainer Brendan uses a Hyper Potion. Okay, so it looks like he's trying to keep his Darmanitan in the battle as long as possible. He's trying to use all the potions he can. My Feraligatr is probably one of the strongest Pokemon in my team at the moment. And we knock it out, so that's another Pokemon down. Last Pokemon for Trainer Brendan. And his final Pokemon is a level 40 Boltund. Electric type, so that's going to be very effective against my Feraligatr. Let's see if we get knocked out this next turn. Okay, Boltund is very fast, so attacks first. Feraligatr's knocked out, but we still have 3 Pokemon left. Looks like things are in our favor. We're gonna send out the secret weapon Grapploct, the martial art Octopus. Okay, and looks like Grapploct is gonna knock out Boltund for sure. And that was a really fun battle. It was cool that we got to see the Z-Ring, the Z-type moves in action. They really can be quite powerful. And some of our Pokemon level up, which is really cool. So now we can use Z moves. Really, really awesome. And we get a bit of Pokemoney. So the scientist, Dr. Light, says we deserve a Z-Ring, and we can collect Z-Crystals in order to use them. So that's really cool. And Brendan says that the Z-moves are really powerful. Now that that's out the way, we can use Z-moves that we can add to our arsenal of attacks. Here is a nurse where we're going to heal up our Pokemon before we continue on our journey. We're still trying to make our way to the next town. And this is one of the longest stretches that we have gone through in the game. It seems like there's 2, maybe even 3 routes that we need to go through here before reaching the next town. But there are some amazing Pokemon along the way. Like I said, I do have my eye on Grookey. Rillaboom is one of my favorite grass-type Pokemon. Okay, we've made it to the next route, Route 6. And here again, we got some new Pokemon we can catch. Ditto looks pretty cool. Milcery, Girafarig, Cyndaquil. Okay, some really cool Pokemon. That's another thing I love about Dark Worship. You don't have to wait a long time to start encountering the really cool popular Pokemon. They give you some awesome ones right from the start. Okay, we've hopped along this little lake, and there's a Chimchar here, so I'm not sure what we have to do with him. There's nothing we can do at the moment, but perhaps it has to do with something a bit later on in the game. I don't think there'd just be a random Chimchar there for no reason, so just remember that. And we've just picked up, it looks like there is an Ultra Ball at the bottom, so if we can surf across, we'll be able to get it. And it looks like we've made it to the daycare. So here we can leave some Pokemon here, and they'll get trained up, which is quite cool. And I've put Steelix and Pikachu in here, so we'll leave them there for a while and see how much they level up. Okay, finally, it looks like we've come to the end of Route 6. And here's a lady you can talk to, and she sells you some delicious delicacy. Definitely buy a couple. You do need them later on in the game. I recommend buying about 8 of them, because you do need a number of them for a certain side quest. Okay, and we've made it to Abaco City. Here we've come across these weird statue things in the ground again. Not sure what they are. But we need to go to the Pokemon Center and heal our team. They have been battling for a while and they're not in good shape. And we'll see if we can buy and stock up on some new items. Okay, but here you can actually buy Pokemon, which is interesting. Dratini, Axew, Bagon, Dreepy. Some super strong Dragon-type Pokemon. So if you're looking to get a Dragon-type, maybe save up some money and go buy a couple there. And here's the next gym. I think the next gym leader uses Fairy-type Pokemon, which is interesting. I do have my eye on that Dratini that we can buy in the Pokemon Center. Dragonite is one of my favorite Dragon-type Pokemon. Let me know in the comments, what are your guys' favorite Dragon-type Pokemon? There are so many cool ones. But I might pick up a Dratini sometime down the line. And we've just got some Go Goggles, which I think we're gonna have to use also a bit later in the game. At least we've got that out the way. And we're just gonna explore a bit more of Abaco City. Pokemon Go is more popular than Tinder, another old app to hunt monsters in the region. Oh, I love the humor in this game. It's really funny. Okay, this old man says he loves tea, and I also love to drink tea. So that is also a part of a side quest. So just remember that old man who likes to drink tea. We might have to go and fetch some tea from him a bit later on in the game. Now we're just seeing if there's anything else around. It looks like here is some kind of museum or something. So maybe we can explore here. I think we still have a fossil that we picked up somewhere. I've got no idea when we can use the fossil or get it changed into a Pokemon. But maybe we'll be able to do that here, I'm not sure. Okay, so you have to pay 1,000 Pokemoney to enter the museum. You'll definitely come back and explore that. Let's just see what else there is. Okay, we've done a full loop around, but we haven't explored up north. Looks like there's a big building. Okay, it's the department store. And this is normally a huge checkpoint in the game because you can buy amazing items here. So I think we should explore the whole department store. Here you can buy all types of unique Pokeballs. And we're gonna see if there's any people to battle in here. And yeah, it's just your normal regular items, so you can buy them here instead of the Pokemon Center for this town. And let's see what is on the third floor. Okay, on the third floor, there's 3 people here selling things, it looks like. We'll just chat to the people here and see if they have any side quests or if anyone wants to trade or battle. It just looks like usual chit-chat at the moment. And this guy says if we give him 5 bottle caps, he can change the nature of your Pokemon. Okay, that's useful. And I believe you can get bottle caps from Rattata or Raticate. They hold them. So if you go catch a couple Raticates or Rattatas that are holding items, you might be able to collect a couple bottle caps. And here you can buy a whole bunch of gems. So if you need any gems to power up your Pokemon, that's where you go. And now we're gonna see what's for sale on the 4th floor. I desperately need some items to evolve Pokemon. Okay, on this floor you can buy a whole bunch of TMs. As you can see, I have purchased a lot already. I think I spend most of my money buying the TMs here because they can just really help your whole gameplay if you have 1 or 2 strong attacks. And these are also TMs, but they're more for like boosting and defensive TMs. So stock up on TMs. A little bit lower here we got some hold items. And there's a ton of them. You can literally buy everything. They aren't cheap, but definitely come and buy some useful items here, especially if you've got the money to spend. They have everything here, which is really useful. And that's just a first person, so let's see what the others have. Okay, Protector, Electrizer, Magmarizer. These are items to evolve Pokemon. Here you have all the stones. So if you want to evolve any of your Pokemon, come and pick up some of these. Okay, wow, I didn't realize you could buy so many cool things here. King's Rock, that's to evolve Slowpoke into Slowking. Razor Claw, Razor Fang. Dragon Scale, I believe that evolves Horsea into Kingdra, or Seadra into Kingdra. Add more hold items to boost your Pokemon's strengths and attacks. Dragon Fang, Twisted Spoon. Wow, okay, so many cool items. I need to figure out a way to get a lot of money quickly so I can come and just buy everything. And it looks like we're on the 5th floor. It's normally the final floor. And here are the items just to boost your Pokemon's EVs. So all the proteins and things. And the X attacks and X speeds to give your Pokemon a boost in battle. Now we're at the rooftop of the department store. And usually there's vending machines. So yes, come and buy a couple of these. You're probably going to have to use them later on in the game, so if you have some money, come and buy 2 or 3 of each just to keep them. You can also use them at some point, so if you have the money, just come and pick them up. It might save you a lot of time down the line. And that was the department store in Abaco Town. Abaco City, sorry. So now that we've explored that, I think we should go to the gym. Let's try and get it started. Usually there's a really tough quiz to try get in, or a tough puzzle. So we'll see what this one has in store for us. And yes, it looks like the gym leader uses Fairy-type Pokemon. But I'm going to come and battle all these trainers off camera just to save us a bit of time. And there we have it. We have found Vince. To reach her, we had to go on these little teleportation devices, and you just have to go on the right one, and the left one. So right, left, and you will end up with Gym Leader Vince. And let's see what Pokemon Leader Vince has got. Her first Pokemon is Wigglytuff, level 44, so my Leafeon is a bit under-leveled, but we'll see how it goes. As you guys know, we do have Z moves now, which is super awesome. Hopefully we can get Leafeon to use its Z power in this battle. And Wigglytuff is pretty strong. Its defense is really high, but there we got a critical hit. Knocked out Wigglytuff. And we've leveled up to level 40. And let's see the next Pokemon. Gym Leader Vince only has 5 Pokemon, so that's in our favor. And the next Pokemon is Gardevoir. And she's used a Mega Ring, so now we got Mega Gardevoir that we're up against. And it just one-shots our Leafeon. Leafeon is out the game. Let's send out a Bug-type. Bug-type Pokemon are strong against Grass types. And I believe Gardevoir is like Grass Psychic, if I'm not mistaken. So if we can get in a Bug attack, and we've also Dynamaxed. So we are also super strong. It's a battle of the Titans. Gardevoir attacks us, and it's super effective, but we just hang in there. And we use Max Ooze. We just can't knock out Gardevoir. It looks like Scolipede is going to get knocked out now, but we have taken out so much of Gardevoir's health. If it doesn't use a potion, we should be able to get it out with the next attack. Okay, time for Blaziken, our strongest Pokemon. And no, Gym Leader Vance uses a Hyper Potion. That's not good. But Blaziken is the strongest Pokemon on my team, so if anyone can take out Gardevoir, it's Blaziken. Oh no, Blaziken just got knocked out. Okay, we only got 3 Pokemon left. This Gardevoir has knocked out like 2 or 3 of my Pokemon already. We've got to get it out the way. And Gym Leader Vince has used another Hyper Potion. So this Gardevoir really is like her strongest Pokemon. But now we got Marowak on board. Hopefully Marowak can knock out Gardevoir. Yes! Finally we took it out. Marowak is just hanging in there by a thread, but at least that Gardevoir is out the way. And Leader Vince has only got 3 Pokemon left. The next Pokemon is a level 45 Slurpuff. And Marowak is doing some serious damage, but Slurpuff is holding a berry, so it's healed some of its HP. Okay, we need to use some kind of potion or revive someone. I think I'm going to revive Scolipede because its IVs are the strongest in all of my team. Marowak is out the game. Let's send out Feraligatr. Feraligator's got an iron attack, which is quite effective against Fairy. And let's see if we can knock it out. Okay, we just can't knock it out. Slurpuff has also Dynamaxed. So they have Mega Evolved and Dynamaxed in one battle, which is pretty crazy. And Feraligatr just hangs in there with Focus Sash. And we knock out Slurpuff. So there's 2 more Pokemon. We still got a chance. The next Pokemon Gym Leader Vince sends out is Mawile, which is level 44. We got 2 Pokemon left, Graplocked and Scolipede, which we revived. Come on, Graplocked, it's down to you. Graplocked can also use Z-Ring moves. So we'll see how we do there. Okay, yes, we're using the Z-Power move. Hopefully we can knock out Mawile in one shot. That'll be the best. Boom! All out plummeting. Okay, we didn't knock out Mawile, but we took out a lot of its HP. And the second attack, we knocked it out. Okay, so that's really pushed us ahead. Graplocked, you're a beast. You knocked that Pokemon's chin off with your Z-Power moves. And we're going to learn a new attack, Superpower, which is pretty strong. My Graplock's moves are impressive. You can do a lot of damage, Graplock, but unfortunately they're all fighting type attacks, so we might have to swap in some different type attack and keep him not just fighting. Try give him like an electric attack or something. And the final Pokemon is a level 44 Sylveon sent out by Gym Leader Vince. And it's strong. Its Moon attack almost knocks out my Graplocked in one move. Hopefully Graplock can get another move in. We just learnt Superpower. But nope, Sylveon attacks first. Its speed is too fast. And it's down to Scolipede. Scolipede, you're gonna have to knock out Sylveon ASAP. Oh, one shot, critical hits. Okay, that's it. Scolipede knocked out Sylveon. You've defeated Leader Vince. Okay, I was defeated by a homophobic creature. Yeah, I was wondering, Gym Leader Vince is normally a male's name. But Gym Leader Vince just looks like an interesting character. It's quite fitting that he's a fairy type gym leader. I don't know if it's a him or her. But we knocked out Vince. And we got a cool fairy type move as well as the Fairy Z. At least we got another gym badge. One down, more to go, many more to go. Let's get out of here. We desperately need to heal our Pokemon. So straight away we're going to go to the Pokemon Center. Okay, and here's a curator. Are you okay? I'm sorry I bumped into you. It's just that I'm desperate. I don't know what to do. Several strange people dressed in black invaded the museum, and they are threatening everyone. I managed to escape, but I really need some help. Are you really going to help me? Wow, I'm speechless. Okay, thank you for your kindness. I'll wait for you outside here. Hope you come back with some good news. Good luck. Okay, we're gonna go heal our Pokemon, and then we're gonna help this kid. And hopefully we can defeat all these Dark Worship members. They have to be behind it. As he said, they're all wearing black. Okay, here we're chatting to Pavolsky, who wants some kind of food item that I think you could buy in the department store. And if you give him that food, he'll give you a cool gift. So unfortunately, I don't have that item on me at the moment. But if you do, come and chat to him and maybe you'll get something cool. We just paid the 1,000 Pokemoney entrance fee to enter here, which doesn't make sense. We're here to help the museum and defeat the Dark Worship grunts, but we have to pay entrance still? They could at least let us in for free. Okay, we're gonna battle a couple of these Dark Worship members. I'm gonna skip through them, not to waste too much time. And if we have a main boss battle at the end, we'll for sure show that. Hopefully we'll see Dark Worship Isaac here for a battle. That'll be pretty cool. And it looks like this old man just gave us a shiny egg. So that's interesting. Maybe a shiny Pokemon will hatch from it. That's pretty cool. Okay, we defeated everyone on the first floor. Now we're going to make our way to the second floor and try get to the bottom of this. There are a couple more Dark Worship members for us to battle. We're going to try and chat to everyone in the museum and see what they say. They're all scared and petrified at the moment. So we're definitely going to help all these people out. And the museum looks really cool. Look at all the skeletons and it looks really interesting. Okay, we battled all of the Dark Worship members. And there's these final two here that look like they're by some special item. And here's Mary and John. So it looks like they're trying to steal something. And we might have to do a tag team battle against the two of them. And yes, it looks like they've stolen the crystal and they're gonna give it to Master Isaac. Because, I don't know, this crystal's gonna help them get some strong Pokemon. So we are challenged by the duo John and Mary. It's a tag team battle. And the first Pokemon they've sent out is a Sableye and a Runerigus, which are both level 41. And the first two Pokemon in my party are Blaziken and Scolipede, which are the two strongest Pokemon in my team. Sableye's just mega evolved, so hopefully we can knock out these two Pokemon really quickly. That will put us in the lead and in good stead. It seems most of the Dark Worship members have like Dark, Ghost, Psychic type Pokemon. So it's just important to keep that in mind when battling these guys. Okay, we're gonna try use our Shadow Claw on Runerigus, and Scolipede is still using its Steamroller attack. We knocked out one of their Pokemon, so now it's just Sableye that we have to get out the way. Let's see who they send out next. Okay, and we also have the move Toxic, which will poison a Pokemon, and the poison will be worse and worse each round. So that's a cool attack for us to learn. And our Marowak leveled up, so our team is getting stronger. We definitely have an advantage as our Pokemon are leveled higher than theirs. And the second Pokemon they send out is a level 42 Rotom, which is usually an electric type. So I still want to try get the Sableye out the way, and hopefully we can knock it out soon. Okay, yes, Blaziken's Blaze Kick takes out the Mega Sableye, and I did catch a Teddiursa, which I'm trying to level up. I really want a Blood Moon Ursaluna. I'm not sure if you can get it in this game, but I'm going to try our best. I think you need some kind of item to evolve it into the Blood Moon form. But if I can't get it in the game, I will just use a different Pokemon. And the Dark Worship team has just sent out a level 42 Decidueye, which is one of my favorite Grass-type Pokemon. Out of all the Grass-type starter Pokemon, my favorites are definitely Decidueye and Rillaboom. Like, those are peak Grass types, in my opinion. Let me know, which Grass-type starter Pokemon do you like? Which of their final evolutions? Meowscarada is a really cool one from the latest gen. We took out Decidueye, it's just Rotom left, and I've decided to swap in Marowak and Grapploct now, so we can try our Z-type move from Grapploct. Oh, Marowak gets knocked out, that's not a good sign, but let's see how this Z-power move does. Grapploct unleashes his full force, but it failed. What the heck? Dang, I was really looking forward to that. Okay, we're gonna send out Feraligatr now, and I don't think we can use Z-type moves again. But we do knock it out. Okay, we defeated these two Dark Worship members. Finally got them out the way. That wasn't supposed to happen, you know. We will report everything to our master. Come on, John, don't get mixed up with these filthy people. Little does anyone know that we'll have reign over humans. Yes, we knocked them out, they ran away, and we've gone back to this curator to tell him that we've cleared out the museum, we defeated them, but they did unfortunately steal some kind of crystal, and as a reward we get a dino fossil, so that's really cool. This video has been absolutely jam-packed, from Z power moves to battling Brendan to getting a new gym badge and defeating some Dark Worship grunts. Thanks a lot for watching.